violation of my Fourth Amendment rights. You do not have any probable cause to search my vehicle. What's the probable cause of searching my vehicle?
Ask him. He's the one that pulled you over.
Was there any probable cause to search my vehicle?
Alright, go ahead and sign right here.
On January 31st, 2024, LJ's World was traveling down Military Trail in Palm Beach County, Florida. Palm Beach County Sheriff's deputies then initiated a traffic stop. They told him the reason they were pulling him over was because he didn't have a seatbelt on. However, the camera shows different. The real reason they pulled him over is because of his criminal background. They knew who this guy was. He was a person whose skin color was different than theirs, and he was driving a car that was something they thought was too out of his price range. So if they illegally pulled him over and violated his rights, they were bound to strike gold. However, the only thing they struck was a potential lawsuit. Let's jump in the video.
He just pulled me over for no reason. Said I got a seatbelt on. I ain't have my seatbelt on. So he wanna sit there and say I ain't have no seatbelt. And he pulled me over for no reason.
You folks will notice that the police officer that pulled LJ's World over isn't driving a regular marked cruiser. In fact, he's driving a fully equipped undercover vehicle. This isn't the normal vehicle that's out enforcing traffic. It's clear already that this was no traffic stop. They didn't care what was going on, if any laws were even being broken inside the vehicle. They wanted this guy, and they were going to do anything they had to try and take him to jail.
But I got my seatbelt on the whole time. And he got like, he ain't called no backup, no nothing. He just pulled me over, one of my license. His rule for I ain't had no seatbelt on. But I seen him following me the whole time. And guess what? He ran my name. He see, I got a record. So he want him up, pulling over for no reason.
Now it's clear that LJ's World actually had his seatbelt on. If he hadn't had his seatbelt on, the police could pull him over. In fact, in Florida, driving without a seatbelt became a primary offense in June 30th, 2009. In most states, driving without a seatbelt is a secondary offense. This means that some other traffic violation must have occurred for a vehicle to be pulled over. And then, if the occupant or the driver wasn't wearing a seatbelt, a ticket or citation could be assessed. In this case, in Florida, the police can pull you over solely as a primary cause for not driving with a seatbelt on. Regardless of the road piracy tactics here, this cop logic is to arrest first, ask no questions, and take an innocent person to jail.
Right here. For no reason at all. He got my license. He said he had my seatbelt on.
Let's just call this what it is. My research tells me that this is a fully loaded, almost brand new 2020 Chevy Suburban. An MSRP puts an almost $70,000 price tag on this vehicle. These sheriff's deputies knew who he was, saw the color of his skin, ran his background, saw that he's had some issues with the police and has done some jail time, and decided that this car was just too expensive for him. There's no way he's holding down a real job. He must be breaking the law. So let's throw the same law to the wind, and now we can just drag him out of the car.
We got another officer. Right here walking up. And they don't even know they're recording them on live action. Hey, what's your name and badge number?
Me?
Yeah, what's your name and badge number?
Sergeant Whalen.
How you doing, Sarge?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing all right.
What's wrong?
I'm just recording for your safety and mine.
No,
But
you're
your officer
recording
just,
for yourself, but that's fine.
but
You're allowed to do that.
your officer pulled me over for no reason. He lied and said I didn't have my seatbelt on.
Okay.
My window's been rolled down the whole time. I got legal
I'll tell you
tent.
this, sir. If he issues you a citation, you have the right to go to court.
That's fine, but I'm letting you know as a supervisor that, you know, this ain't my first rodeo. He know
I just
that.
got here.
He been following me for the longest.
Okay. Well, you can talk to these other officers too.
Officer, what's your name and badge number?
What's my name and badge number? Deputy Smith.
How you doing, Deputy Smith? I'm trying to figure out what was the legitimate. You weren't the one who pulled me over, but
No, I just showed up.
are you the supervisor also?
I am not a supervisor.
They pulled me over for no reason. Said no seatbelt. He felt like, I know he probably ran my name.
All right. Well, just sit tight, okay?
Hey, officer, I just want to congratulate you on being, you took an oath to uphold that law, and guess what?
Sir, do me a favor, step on the car.
For what, sir? For what reasons?
Because I'm going to ask you to step on the car.
For what reasons do I got to step out the car?
Because I'm asking you to.
Is there a reason I should step out the car?
That's Supreme Court case law.
Which law is that, sir?
Savannah versus Mim. Step all the car, please.
Sir.
All the car, please.
Sir.
All the car, please.
Sir.
Pennsylvania v. Mims states, the order to get out of the car, issued after the respondent was lawfully detained, was reasonable, and thus permissible under the Fourth Amendment. The state's proffered justification for such order, the officer's safety, is both legitimate and weighty, and the intrusion into respondent's personal liberty occasioned by the order, being, at most, a mere inconvenience, cannot prevail when balanced against legitimate concerns for the officer's safety. Pennsylvania v. Mims goes on to state that after the occupants are moved from the vehicle, the officer still requires probable cause or reasonable articulable suspicion to conduct a search on the vehicle without consent or in lieu of a warrant. However, just as important as what Pennsylvania v. Mims does say, it's what the ruling doesn't say. For example, it says that a police officer can ask you out of the car, but there's nothing in regards to if you're already out of the vehicle, the police ordering you back inside. Which means if you get out of the vehicle on your own and the officer asks you to enter back into the vehicle, there's nothing in Pennsylvania v. Mims that gives them the authority to force you to do so. That aside, Pennsylvania v. Mims only allows the officer to remove the occupant from the vehicle. It has nothing to do with a search. And opening this guy's door is exactly that. It constitutes a search. In fact, just about 6 months ago, it was ruled by the Supreme Court that opening a person's door without a warrant or without consent violates their constitutional rights, and anything that takes place after that intrusion is fruit of the poisonous tree. These deputies are hanging on to the words of case law that they don't understand, and violating almost the entirety of that same said case law, just to make a bad arrest.
Is there a reason I should be stepping out the car?
Look, all right, listen. The Supreme Court says that you're going to step
It ain't bigger. I'm taking off my seatbelt.
Okay, go ahead.
Is there a reason I should be stepping out the car, sir? Can you please tell me?
Just explain the case law to you. It's called Pennsylvania versus
But why do I have to step out my
You're
vehicle?
going to go to jail.
All right, man.
All right.
Get over here.
You searching me? I do not consent to any searches or seizures.
Now we've transitioned from Pennsylvania v. Mims to a Terry stop. A Terry stop allows a police officer to briefly detain a person if they have reasonable suspicion that that person has been engaged in a crime. It also allows the police officer to conduct a cursory search or brief pat-down on your outer clothing to make sure that you're not carrying any weapons while detained. But herein lies the conflict. The purpose of Pennsylvania v. Mims is to protect the officer and the greater public while you're conducting a stop. A Terry stop suggests that you have some reasonable articulable suspicion that that person you've stopped may be involved in a crime. However, the only allegation here that's ever existed is that LJ's World wasn't wearing his seatbelt. So these undercover tactical units pulled over someone with a criminal record for not using a seatbelt, and then they've ordered him out of the vehicle, and now they're conducting a Terry stop pat-down. I think it's pretty clear here what these cops' true goal is.
I have not done nothing. You have lied and said I did not have my seatbelt on, so I do not consent to any searches or seizures.
All right, go over there. Hey, just do me a favor, bro. Hey, just don't hit my car.
Violation of my Fourth Amendment rights.
Now you can see the sheriff's deputies starting to rip apart his car in a completely unlawful and intrusive search. The problem with this search is the police officers don't have a warrant, they don't have consent from the vehicle owner, and there's nothing in plain view that would indicate that a felony crime, misdemeanor, or city ordinance violation has been, is currently in the commission of, or is about to be committed. Which means legally these cops have no business being in his car. A seatbelt violation in itself is not probable cause or reasonable articulable suspicion to conduct a search. And without the aforementioned warrant or consent, they just can't be doing it. Not only is this ticket going to get thrown out, this traffic stop is going to cost this county quite a bit of money. But the cops were banking on the fact that this individual was riding dirty. Kind of a ends justify the means approach. It doesn't matter if we violate all of his constitutional rights as long as we find something. And in the case that we don't find something, hopefully he just doesn't complain. Well, what I've taken from this guy is he's going to complain. A lot.
Not have any probable cause to search my vehicle.
Look at this cop in the background, just checking his nails. He doesn't look worried now, but he should be. Even though he's not personally flipping his car, he's just as responsible, and his qualified immunity will be pierced for not stopping or negating the actions of his fellow deputies. What's even more concerning is that a law enforcement officer is idly standing by and seems totally unfazed as his partners are violating this man's Fourth Amendment rights. And one of the most outwardly obvious Fourth Amendment violations I've seen yet.
Hey Sarge, I don't appreciate you let your fellow officer just search the vehicle like that. I know you ran my name, you probably seen I got a background, he thought he struck gold today. But I have nothing illegal in that vehicle.
What's up?
I have nothing illegal in that vehicle. Law-abiding citizen. Besides this,
Yeah.
it was going good till y'all violated my rights.
Well, I'm just backing them up. I just got here, right? I can't speak for
Well,
I'm just backing them up. I just got here, right? I can't speak.
what?
So LJ's World says, I'm doing good except for your partners violating my Fourth Amendment rights. And the deputy's response is, well, it's not me. I can't speak for them. You know, that's on them. I'm not doing it. This deputy knows that his partners are way over the line. And it doesn't make him a good cop that he's not jumping in the mix and violating this guy's rights as well. Oh, my partners are doing the Fourth Amendment violation party. Let me jump in. Him being nice and not participating doesn't make him a good cop. It makes him just as bad as the others for not stopping the behavior. But you'll see throughout the rest of the video, as you'll see right now, this cop is extremely uncomfortable. And I think the only reason he's not partaking in this search is because he knows eventually this is going to wind up in court, and he wants to be as far away from it as possible.
I don't blame you. You ain't really been a-hole or nothing, but he the one that should not be an officer by the law no more, because I am a law-abiding citizen. And he thought he probably ran my name. He been following me the whole way down Military Trail. Was not speeding. I had my seatbelt on. He pulled me over and lied deliberately. He wouldn't even tell me initially why he pulled me over.
I can't speak for them. I want to speak for myself.
Then he stepped me out of the car. The sergeant right there didn't even tell him why. He ain't even got no reason.
Well, you know, the Supreme Court says Pennsylvania v. Mims says that you will get out of the car if we ask you.
That's not accurate, sir.
All right, we'll research Pennsylvania v. Mims. All right, U.S. Supreme Court states that your mere inconvenience of you being out of the vehicle since you're already detained during a traffic stop. All right.
What's the probable cause of searching my vehicle?
Ask him. He's the one that pulled you over.
I'm going to work. I just came from the mechanic shop, picked up 2 tires, and I'm going to work. Change clothes and jump in my work truck to go do some more work.
All right, what do you do for work?
I do roadside service. I provide for you guys.
That's right. Although LJ's World does have a criminal background, he's decided to better his life. He's working a real job, and as you heard it, he's out there day in, day out, normally working alongside police doing road service. The cops couldn't even be bothered to investigate any of it, because they couldn't see past 3 things: his criminal background, his skin color, and his truck.
Well, be safe out there.
I do.
Highway's a little rough.
I know.
For AAA or Rangers?
No, I'm self-employed. I don't work for nobody but myself.
It's good. Oh.
officer, am I free to go?
How dare LJ's World inconvenience the police officer by not having something illegal in his car for them to find while they were violating his rights? Just so inconsiderate of LJ's World. I can understand why the cops are so aggravated that they're writing him a citation. They saw the color of his skin, they saw an expensive vehicle, they did no background, and they pulled him over for no seatbelt when it's clear on camera he was wearing a seatbelt, because they were hoping that regardless of what laws they broke, they would find proof of him breaking one of those laws also. And then the horror that they didn't find any probable cause or reasonable articulable suspicion that any crime had taken place, and now they've wasted all that time when they could have been violating somebody else's rights and actually finding something. So now they have to be inconvenienced for writing him a ticket for something he never did. It is so hard being a cop. Imagine the super low IQ and the amount of evil within you that you are literally aggravated internally. You're personally affected and annoyed that your illegal search, your violation of somebody else's rights, didn't play out for you. So now you're so inconvenienced you have to write them a ticket for something that they also did not do. Palm Beach County Sheriff's Department, congratulations. At this moment right now, you're viral.
That's fucking crazy. That's real crazy, Sarge. You gonna let them do it like that? Man, come on, Sarge. This ain't my fucking first rodeo, dog. I done did the prison 4 times. You gonna let them try me like that? When you know what's up, Sarge? On some G shit? Come on, man. Y'all show you the sergeant, man. You know what's up, Sarge. Come on, all right. You ain't gotta listen to it. Just issue that shit. Because right now, y'all already being dirty cops as it is. Hi, look what he doing. Look what he doing.
Hey, listen, you can just chill out.
You gonna let him give me a citation and illegally search my vehicle?
Take it to court.
I will be filing a formal complaint.
Take it to court.
Hey, officer, am I free to get back in my vehicle? Can I get back in my vehicle? Shit, crazy. I gotta go to work. Yeah, I know. This shit gotta fuck to stop. Black man in America. Hey, Sarge, when this shit gonna stop, Sarge? Hey, officer, what's your name and badge number, please?
It's the 31299. It's actually right here at the bottom of that.
All right. So you issue me a citation?
Yes, I did receive that.
Was there any probable cause to search my vehicle?
All right, go ahead and sign right here.
Was there any probable cause to search my vehicle? And the cop's response is, sign right here. There's a reason it's called reasonable articulable suspicion. Because you have to articulate it. It's not called reasonably quiet suspicion, or reasonably surreptitious suspicion, or reasonably clandestine suspicion, or reasonably secretive suspicion. It's literally reasonable articulable suspicion. They must articulate the probable cause. For example, they can articulate the plain view doctrine. Plain view in their training indicates that something in your vehicle points to a possible crime that has happened, is currently happening, or is about to be in the commission of happening. These cops, these Palm Beach deputies, they're bad.
Excuse me, can I have the papers?
There you go. That explains for you.
All right. What's your name and badge number, sir? Officer, what's your name and badge number? I just want it for my own record.
Right there.
All right, I appreciate it. I see it. Hey, thanks for illegally and violating my rights. Pigs.
My sentiments exactly. Make sure you check out LJ's World. Let him know that Accountability for All sent you, and set the notification bell to always so you and I can get updates to this video as they come. We need to keep dirty cops off the streets, and every single one of these police officers are the epitome of dirty cops. So keep your camera ready, and that's the reason I stopped you today.